Hello everyone, my name is Eve and this week is Garden Wildlife Week. So here on the British Garden Centre's YouTube channel, I wanted to give you my top 3 ways to encourage wildlife into your garden. When gardening for wildlife, the key things that you always need to remember is food and shelter. So let's get on to my 3 top tips. The plants that you grow in your garden will have a big impact on the wildlife you attract. So always try and grow some pollinator friendly plants like these alliums. There's currently bees around me on these alliums. They love them. But if you're unsure, normally when you go to the garden centre, look on the label of the plant. If it's got a little bee on there, that means it's pollinator friendly. Another tip is if the flower is nice and open and you can see the pollen directly in the center of the flower, it means that the bee is also going to find it easy to get there. If you've got a flower and it's got so many petals and it's double frilly petals, then the likelihood is it's going to be hard for the bee to get to the pollen. So try and choose nice open flowers. Another top tip is that you can let some of your garden grow wild. Now this is super easy. You can either sow wildflower seeds, which are again really easy to look after because they like minimal effort, or you can just let some of your lawn grow wild. So all you need to do is just leave it. So I like to leave a long portion of my lawn to just grow and do its thing, and hopefully this is going to attract some different creatures and species into my garden. Also, don't forget about growing trees and shrubs in your garden. Not only do these provide vital food sources from the flowers and the fruit that they produce, but also really crucial shelter for particular wildlife. The quickest way to attract wildlife into your garden is definitely by providing a food and water source. I have this lovely repurposed old sink in my garden that I've created into a miniature pond. It's really important to provide water that's both for drinking and as a habitat. My top tip is definitely to provide some sort of ramp or rocks to make it really easy for small insects and creatures to enter and exit the pond super easily. Bird care is another really easy way to provide a food source for wildlife in your garden. I don't know if you can hear my bird cheeping at me now. He knows I'm putting out food, but I like to use a various mix of different types of seed. I've got sort of your normal average bird seed mix. I like to put out fat balls, but my robin really likes mealworms, so I put some of those out. I've got a squirrel as well, so I put some little roasted monkey nuts out for him, which he loves. So just have a little think about the food that you'd like to provide, and it really is a great way to attract wildlife quickly into your garden. My final tip is to provide shelter and homes for wildlife in your garden. Now, the easiest way to do this, I think, is by putting up bird boxes. So you can see I've got one up here and I've got them dotted all over my garden. But even really simple things like piles of logs or dead wood to provide different habitats. You can get bee hotels and bug hotels, which look really cool and they provide crucial shelter. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it encourages you and inspires you to get out in your garden and garden for wildlife. It is so important, and whether you've got a really large garden or a small garden, gardening with wildlife in mind can make a huge difference. If you'd like to see any of the projects mentioned in this video, you can nip into your local British Garden Centre, or you can shop online on our website. To see more of the content that we create also, please do follow us on our social channels. They are all at British Garden Centres, and I hope you have a lovely week. Bye everyone!